2.
Hit the button.
1.
Hit it.
Blast off. Ew.
All over me.
Yeah, that was too much. Too much for the start of the show. How we doing, boys?
Old and fat.
Old and fat?
Yep.
Yeah. I can add bald to I will see you're old and fat, and I will raise you old, fat, and bald.
Ooh. What do you got, Rory?
I will raise you an A, as I just got back from Canada.
A.
Eh?
A, right?
Yeah, but that's not like where you were. That's not like Great White North Canada. That's like Cowboy Canada, right?
Exactly. This was the Lollapalooza of Cowboys shows.
Sounds awesome.
It was a good time. Canadian customs are a little bulldogish. They
Really?
start yelling at you if you're not paying attention.
Oh. I thought that's all customs.
American customs is pretty good. They're gentle.
I don't know.
They pre-warm their lube.
So tell us about Cowboy Fest.
Got invited to demo at the Calgary Stampede. And yes, this was humongous. They expect about 1 million people to pass through this, but this is everything from farming to horse shows, wrangling, bull riding, some local artist stuff, all attached to a amusement park where they serve. Gosh, they had this the Snickers bar in a pickle, and they fried it.
Ooh.
I thought about eating one, but I had to work, so it's like I can't afford to be on the toilet the rest of the day.
Was it like pancake breading or corn dog breading?
I'm not sure. The other one, they had a big octopus tentacle on a stick.
Really?
Have you ever had?
Not as big as these. These were like Texas tentacles. They were humongous.
Actual octopus?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't a cow tongue?
The other one was fried scorpions on pizza.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the food was interesting. But that's why you would go, is to have those ridiculous stuff.
I agree with not eating the deep fried pickle on a stick out in public. That's not something. New cuisine is not to be tried only around Porter John.
Yeah.
What was the attire like?
Not too many egos walking around. There's maybe too many people for any of that. But the ladies, they would make Daisy Dukes blush. They were wearing these super short denim shorts, like where the pockets are longer than the shorts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With the little bottom hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
They might have a loose top. It might be a tight top. Most of them had the big aviator sunglasses.
Oh yeah,
and then complemented with either some brand new hat that looked worn out, be it baseball or a cowboy hat.
What about footwear?
Those could be boots. Those could be sandals. They could be sneakers.
They
seem to have a gray area there.
No, like platform sandals.
Not that I recall.
No high heels.
No. You know, most of them wore it really well. Some of them it wasn't working.
Oh, it might have been working for someone. You don't know,
right? But I was doing my demo, and there was a female farrier. I was told she's not even a farrier. She just knows how to turn a shoe at the anvil, and she was pretty annoyed that I was there demoing next to her. So she would show up, and some guy would be with a camera and be taking pictures of her, and she would turn a shoe, and then she would either hang out in the back or she was gone and left. So it was a little awkward. Someone irritated with you and you don't even know them.
So she was jealous of your blacksmithing skills or the way you wore the Daisy Dukes?
I didn't have my aviator glasses on.
Oh.
Yeah, I was probably taking some wind out of her sail doing that. I was forging a fire tool set. So it was something still relatable, but not in such the farm theme. Can't win them all. And all I could think about was Eloy. Well, hey, Eloy.
What's up, Rory? Fellas.
Welcome to the show, sir.
I'm sorry. I was just taking a moment to think about you in those tight Daisy Dukes.
He's enjoying the silence.
I like the imagery of Rory banging on that metal forging, and he's got these 1980s Daisy Dukes with boots. That I like. What I like about that is that Bales thought of that and made me think of what's in Bales's brains, and then past that, it made me think that Bales isn't so far off. If you did that, that would be like a giant hit on YouTube.
Could be.
But I'm talking about riding them high. I'm talking about. I mean, I don't want. I want north. They have to be riding mass. They have to go further than Daisy Duke ever went. I mean, just continue.
It's a family show. It's a family place.
The Dukes of Hazzard was a family.
No, where I was at. It's a family place. I can't be forging with that high.
I'm talking about like just continuous. I mean, it doesn't matter about flare-ups or anything. I just keep going north. I mean, the denim is starting to just wither away. There's no denim left, and
Denim thong.
just a string of denim, like a little
Denim thong but full blacksmith style apron. I mean, you want to be safe, but you want to be sexy.
Yeah.
But you want to be sexy at the same time. So, like, from the front, Roy, it would just be you. But every once in a while, you get that shot from behind.
Hey.
No, you can't go in that. You have to be completely freaking like testosterone overwhelming. Just
do this.
Yeah, just the slight sort of difference that you're wearing the Daisy. That would be. I swear to you, I would share that. I promise you that.
Yeah, what if you could really just take that Dirty Smith thing literally? I think people would jump right on board.
They always do.
Yeah, they do. I've seen
any direction that way. It's always low-hanging fruit.
Seems like the tail wants to wag the dog here.
Save an anvil, bang a blacksmith. That was pretty popular.
So
dirty.
Bales?
Yes.
You know how I know that we're getting super old?
Your body is making like pops and cracks for no reason.
Yeah, but apart from that, I'm referring to a little incident that happened that may not mean anything to anybody, but it was a little thing. I was on the road and I stopped at the light, and right next to me was this truck, and they were playing loud ass music. Now, mind you, in my truck, I was playing, what was it? Some sort of rock and roll from the 80s. I forget. It was a classic from the 80s. I forget, but it was a good one nonetheless. And then the truck next to me, they were playing at full blast volume, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, and they were singing it with the windows down, loud, and I'm listening to my thing with very low, like at a normal balance level, and they're even screaming it out the window at me. I guess they're looking at me and they're probably thinking, I'm imagining this. Now, this could be my own complex problem, but they're screaming it at me as well, and I felt a little challenged in the rock and roll department, and all I could think about was, I'm not going to bother. But I was listening to that when that shit was happening. And these young kids here are, and I thought to myself, I don't want the battle. So I just sat there and took the ear violence. And I realized that the age, I didn't want to fight. I just said, oh, sorry.
Oh, that's the other thing that YouTube webcam offers. It offers a running clock of the recording. So you know how we pretend to say the time like that means something of when someone swore?
Yeah.
That actually means something when we go to that.
Oh, so at 9:18, prior to 9:18, I said, beep, beep it.
Right, but I have no clue when the recording started. So 9:18 is a number.
Random.
It means nothing to me on the grand scale. It gives me an about, but.
Okay, just so that if you miss it, think of the denim with Rory with denim, and then following up into the curse word.
Yeah,
I'll get it. By the way, did you guys catch the bleeping?
Bleeping?
I'm now bleeping the F words. I'm not dropping them out.
No.
Well, you don't listen.
I don't.
I know you don't. That's why I wasn't. That wasn't Inquisition. That was in I knew that.
So what's all this about? I know you went over it, but who did you see over there in Canada?
Canadians.
Eh?
Did you buy a Mountie hat?
He
I
was
almost-
the Mountie hat.
I almost got a cowboy hat. I was so close.
Did a Mountie a Mountie hat?
How long do you suppose if you move to an area like that? Let's go around the room here. You move to an area like that and everybody is a cowboy. How long before you start dressing like a cowboy? Never?
Never.
Never. So you just be like that one dude.
Yep.
Okay.
Not me. I'd cowboy up. Just like once I arrive, I look at the town. I go to the nearest cowboy boutique and shoe retail and dress up to the nines. But I'm not going to go. I'm going to go frickin' silver or gold buckle and rhinestone. I'm not going to stop.
That's exactly. that's what I was going to say too. If we're going to do it, I want a bedazzled eagle on my back. Like,
So Eloy is like
let's go.
Eloy's the Liberace cowboy.
Like the rhinestone cowboy.
I'll go all the way, dude, with like what are those little like leather strings that fall off the jackets? Like everything.
Fringes.
Yeah, fringes. I mean everything. And screw it. The hat has to have the little pompadour balls that everything. I'm talking everything.
The Cuban.
Yeah, it's actually
like that one guy in the Western movie with the different hat because you're from a different area.
Yeah, I'm totally going all the and my brim, or I don't know if it's the brim. What's the top? The crest of the seat? What I don't know what you name the thing, but it's going to be tall. I want it to keep going.
I dig it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like a dunce cap?
No,
Sure, I could see you going man in black. What if you just went straight man in black cowboy attire all the time?
Who for Bales?
No, well, that would be cool for anybody, really. That's a good move. Like I said, for me, I dig Western shirts to begin with like the stuff on the shoulders.
How about a light azul color?
A what? Blue?
Like a pampered, yeah, like a powdery, just completely powdery, soft, quilty blue uniform for your cowboy suit.
Yeah, well, I'm an autumn, so I look good in bright colors.
I don't know, man. I like the cowboys in the movies and stuff like that. But if you were to bust out and wear a cowboy hat here in Miami, you definitely get heads turning. Like, look at this moron.
Bales, what if you went like Bret Michaels cowboy hat?
Oh, like the curled up sides?
Yeah, locked down, kind of metal head. You see the kind of Lemmy would wear sometimes.
It'd have to be like snake skin with some spikes.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever you got to do to fit in. There's got to be some. There's got to be
something different. It's got to have different flair.
Yeah, got to be some cowboy from hell up there.
No, Bales' would be like that stretchy. What's that latex? Like
Spandex?
a stretch. Yeah, but like that latex, but very tight. Like when he moves, it makes that all of it complete. The whole suit like tight. It looks like Batwoman or something like that.
The BDSM cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm sure that costume already has to exist. I'm sure you could just pay a reasonable amount of money and that gets sent right to your house via the
the boots and the boots aren't separate. They're part of the vinyl, so it just has like a little.
Oh, it's like a onesie.
Just a vinyl onesie.
A big vinyl onesie. And you know what? Just to top it off, you know what? I figured it out. Gimp cowboy.
See, Bales doesn't want to be associated. See, but you know what? What's good about Bales is that he's diverse. He could one day he's got Arabic, attire for his journey into the unknown, and the next day he could be completely gimped out in a leather, on a vinyl couch and wrapped in vinyl. Everything is squeaky.
That's it. I'm looking at Rory's pictures. I'll be the guy that dresses like the Indian when everyone else is the cowboy.
That's not going to work out well. That's a good look, Rory. I like that. The serape. Is that what that thing is called?
You're good, Doc. You know all the specifics.
Well, yeah. When I bought my drug rug when I was in Mexico, they had one of these, and I couldn't decide if I wanted the one with the hood or not because I was just about to hit that.
So it's called a serape. Nice.
Yeah, it's a good look with the cigar. What movie is that? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, there you go.
Is.
Little banta action.
Oh, that looks disturbing.
Tuscan warrior.
No. See, there
I
we
think
go.
I think we should all try to go to that next year, Dirt. That sounds like a good time. Remember when we were talking about meeting at the Iowa State Fair?
Right? The Iowa State Fair.
No, but we were talking about that once upon a time. That seems like the Canadian Iowa State Fair.
It's huge.
There's no Pennsylvania fairs?
There is, but I don't like when there's too many Pennsylvanians in one spot.
Oh, please. You see one every now and a blue moon.
Me?
Yeah, you're kind of in the middle of the woods almost.
No, I'm not as rural. I live in the burbs, kind of. Burbs of nothing, as a matter of fact, but like I live in town.
Yeah.
The glamour shots of the house for the internet are being taken a week from yesterday for the real estate listing.
What do you mean? What?
We're selling our house.
Okay, and what was this part that you just said? I didn't understand any. You could have been speaking Greek right now. You said I this and this and that, this and that.
The gentleman, real estate agent, is coming to take the glamour pictures. So the big showy pictures that you see on the very misleading pictures that you see of houses.
Are they very misleading?
Oh man, they make every room look humongous. If you ever needed to have your junk photographed, have a real estate agent do it. It'll look huge.
You heard that? You heard that?
Yeah, dude, every room you see on the internet, when you get into the room, you're like, man, this shit is small.
I've already started Googling.
Yeah. So preparations have been kicked up to just a feverish pitch right now.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
So how are you? Obviously, you haven't moved out of your house yet. So how are you transitioning from one to the next?
How? A moving truck. I guess there's
a house.
No. The way it goes down is I forget what it's called. A contingency clause. Something like that. Is that what it is? Contingent upon. Yeah. Usually you can get like a month out of a contingency. So you want to buy my house. We agree on a deal. Part of that deal is, listen, these people need a month to find a house to move into. And then, you try to, you do the doing and you go from there.
So do you have a place lined up already?
No, I haven't even really looked. I'm waiting to sell before I buy.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid that I'm either going to find a house I really like and then just be sweating it the whole time, which sounds awful.
You could put money on that house too and have it contingent for yourself.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of things we could do. We got a good real estate agent, so I let him do his thing, basically. But for me, Eloy, it's just I don't want to fall in love with a house and wait to buy it, or you know what I mean. I don't need to see things more than one time. I can walk into a house and be like, yeah, this is me, or no, I you know what I mean. It's just a gut feeling I get, and I do pretty well checking the vitals of the house with just one real estate trip there. So I'm aware of the listings in the area. The one has so much grass. There's so much grass. There's 3 hours worth of grass cutting there every week.
That sounds like a keeper.
It sounds like I'm going to get a goat.
Turn it into a garden.
Oh, Bale's way ahead of you. Doc Vineyards is a thing. It's going to be a thing. I got the grapes lined up. I even know an old guy named Giuseppe that's going to come over and straighten me out if it happens. Big garden. I'd be the first person in the neighborhood to plant woods. I'd be back there planting trees and just letting it grow.
There you go.
If you have that much grass and you miss like 2 days and it's overgrown, you look like such an asshole. Like if you have just a regular house and your grass is high, it's like, look at this poor guy. But this house with all this property just looks like, what's the matter?
I'm an anarchist. Screw them.
I have children, and it breaks my heart when they go out in the yard and the grass is too high.
No, I understand. I'm just saying within reason. Sometimes, dad's got a frickin' other things, and the grass maybe a day or two or a week. People should chill out. I mean, if it's like,
I'm not worried about that. Like I said, I'm not worried about them. It's me. Like I said, I don't like. Why do I have a house if I can't watch my kids enjoy it and be out, so taking care of it? I don't know. I'm kind of growing into that guy a little bit. Like,
they come back through the door with big ass ticks stuck to their bodies. Dad, help!
Yeah, snakes taking them in under the high grass.
Yeah. I like the big yard. If it's got trees, that's a keeper. If it's got no trees, then
it's wide open.
No, that sucks.
I want to live in the woods. There's a couple of them that are kind of shady where they are. I'm into that. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm not getting my hopes up. No discernible like shop space at any of these homes. The one has a nice 2-car garage, so I would get like half of that. But
nice.
We shall see. I just want to be smacked with like a sock full of quarters and go into a coma for like 2 months, and I just want to wake up and be taken to the new house. Be like, oh, we moved all your shit in here too. Don't worry, we carried on in your absence. In reality, I would wake up from that coma and be like, you haven't taken out the trash in forever. What's going on here, man? And I'd be like, oh, okay, let me get that.
Yep.
I think we should make that the new bumper.
What? Yep.
Yep.
All right, so I don't know how to bring this up correctly. This is not a political statement, but it has to do with politics.
Oh, God. What?
No.
Yeah.
No. Hear me out.
This is extremely not political, and I've heard a lot of political.
I did not have any sexual relations with that woman.
Incorrect. So, I saw on the back of a card today, a person had multiple stickers for a politician.
Which
in
one?
Office. In office. No. We're not getting political. A politician.
You are getting political. Which one?
A politician in office.
Have some cojones.
This is that cojones where I don't.
You're gonna admit you're gonna just extract that piece of information and leave it in
just a politician that is in office.
Is it a federal politician or
it is a federal politician currently in office? But
Trump.
Anyway, all right. So I digress.
It's a Trump sticker.
Multiple
Trump stickers?
Okay, so but here's my thing. Any politician that is like on the bench, he's active. Wouldn't you want to wait and see before you went with that sticker? Like I wouldn't want to put a sticker with my mom on it because I'd be afraid that like tomorrow she's just gonna wake up and want to be an asshole.
What do you mean?
That's just such a leap of faith.
I don't get it.
People in the Midwest love Trump.
I don't get what do you mean on the bench and then what?
Well, because he's active. Like you're saying, I really like this guy, but like in today's climate, like I'd be so scared of like tomorrow he's gonna wake up and be like, we're all eating babies. What baby eating? That's what's up.
Dude, you're in the Midwest. The Midwest, they love Trump.
Dude, I'm on the East Coast.
No, you're not.
Well, thank goodness we're not a dictatorship.
If you're in Pittsburgh, you're in the Midwest. If you're on the East, I'm practically in New Jersey. I'm 15 minutes from New Jersey, Bales. Would you call Jersey the Midwest?
Yes.
Yeah.
You call Jersey the Midwest?
I call New York City the Midwest.
If you're not touching the ocean, you're in the Midwest. God damn it.
Really? Oh, okay. Coastal. The only bit of coastal Pennsylvania is that little piece that juts up to touch Lake Erie.
So, what was your damage over the overwhelming? Did they have their front?
No, I just
covered with
not even that.
With like a little.
I saw the sticker. And I'd be like, man, that's ballsy to like be like, yeah, I like this person active going on.
I live in Florida. I live in Miami, and people do not necessarily dig the Trump. So what happens?
This has nothing to do with people digging him or not. Like I said, this has everything to do with just rocking a sticker and being like
a blind
woo!
Yeah, but I had something to say, and you're saying this doesn't have to. So then, what the hell is a conversation all about, anyways?
It's just what's going on in these people's heads.
Maybe they're covering up.
I don't understand the sticker people.
You know, one thing I don't like, and I understand it, but I don't like intrinsically is like barriers of areas because we know and we're all aware of our sort of conversation that could lead into trouble for the greater picture of a thing of our podcast or this or that. And it's not just us, but like these little barriers, and we're all self-aware and editing. And I understand it, but intrinsically inside, it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. And I know, but why? Screw it. It's like, but
so you think that's another show? I think that's a different show.
Well, you're doing exactly what I think you're doing. But anyways, whatever. So leap of faith is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just that's a strong leap of faith to put that much like credence in what someone else does.
What does a sticker? What would that sticker? Whether it's Trump or Hillary or Bernie Sanders or whoever, of these people, what would that mean? So what would be the damage that an individual would have those stickers? You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst that could happen would be what? Like, let's say shit goes south for the person that they're support. What would be like the worst that could happen to that sticker crazed individual?
To get their stickers ripped off.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. So you see what I'm saying?
I'm not saying like it bothered me and they should take them off.
No, I'm not saying you were either. I'm just saying that what would be the consequence of that sort of like they're so hyper into that, and then things go south, like they do say some crazy ass. Let's bomb everybody south of the United States.
It would have to be something. It would have to be something socially
inappropriate
and personal against our culture. Like if he was a child molester, all of a sudden those stickers have a totally different meaning.
They sure would.
Like waking up one day and all of a sudden Subway doesn't look so appealing anymore.
Yeah, but that's why that's why you don't or that's why they probably make those stickers like terrible off of your window, so that no matter what happens, you're stuck with it for life. You gotta buy a different car, and then the value of the car goes down, and so nobody will buy the car.
A new car every 4 years.
By the way, for what it's worth, when all that shit happened with Subway, that broke my heart, because whenever I would introduce myself to someone, I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Jared," and you guys hear me talk like I have shit in my mouth. So they'd be like, "What was that, Derek?" I'd be like, "No, Jared, just like the guy from Subway." And they'd be like, "Oh," and they would remember that. And then right after that happened, I went to do that, and I went just like, "Never mind, my name is Jared."
Yeah, you could say you're Jared Kushner that works under President Trump.
I'm just like the diamond guy, but went to Jared.
You can say you're Jared and Jared's from the Jared toothpaste company or something. Oh, okay, I'll remember that. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what, dude? I agree with you with that. I did put a sticker on my truck years ago when Rand Paul was running, because he was anti-war and like.
Well, like running is a different thing. Like, okay,
I still have that bumper sticker. I never.
I think I've seen it, and I was like,
I was totally into the anti, and I still am. I don't believe that war's a good thing. I prefer, not hurting people. You know what I'm saying? And I also believe in being left the hell alone. To do that you feel you should do, as long as you don't hurt people. That's my main thrust.
I'm pro hurting people. Not really. I just wanted to take the worst stance ever.
Yeah, I still have that sticker on my frickin', and it's funny because I had a Jimi Hendrix sticker and some other rock and roll, and they freaking peeled with the sun. This political sticker it looks all
because that glue is made out of like something from hell, because they're politicians. It's the glue that holds the hinges of hell on.
It's like it's holding on after I don't know how many 10 years, dude. So, yes, Eloy just made a political connection to his beliefs. Ooh, you hate me? Good. You love me? Okay, don't get too close. I don't care. That's how it is.
What?
Rewind it and listen to it again.
Don't get too close.
I don't.
But I do feel that one thing, and I always have, and we never touch upon it, and then people get all like nervousy and stuff or try to divert. But honestly, yes, there's things that we shouldn't talk about. As far as, why the hell not? Some people think you're shooting yourself in the foot. I agree with that. There's some topics you don't want to touch, but at the end of the day, it's like, screw it, man. Who am I living for? For another person? For my, what? You don't like what I said? Okay, I'm sorry.
That wasn't my intention. My intention was to try to bring that up without making it left or right. Because as soon as you say that name, people get all.
I'm not saying that for you, Doc.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that I'm saying that as a statement with the.
I got you.
I'm aware that others will listen to this, so I'm not saying that like as towards you. Like I'm just saying that as like so that people hear it.
The editorial collective we.
Yeah.
I got you.
No, I understand what you said, and I kind of agree with it. But at the same time,
I just couldn't be like a band maybe, and they like, the next album comes out, you scrape that sticker right off the window, be like, man, I don't know what's going on here, but that's a lot. You don't keep track of what's going on in real time. That sticker can get old fast.
Oh yeah. Man, I used to love rock and roll stickers, patches, and all that stuff. But what happened to me today, I just realized that the torch has been passed.
You stopped. Is today the day that you stopped believing?
I stopped believing.
Oh man, that stinks.
No, actually, I was actually thinking of writing an album after that happened. I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to write an album. And then I thought, wow, writing an album means a lot of work and recording and such. And I was like, well, it's still in my head.
I've been saying you should record an album forever.
Yeah, I have things floating around.
It's easy for the guy that's not doing any of the work to tell the guy what he should do.
Well, the problem with me not recording an album is that my keyboard is sitting under a bunch of books. And I would have to move them out of the way and actually clear my desk. So I've got that issue to take care of before I rock and roll.
I can ask Mrs. Doc if we can move to Miami and I could come and help.
I would, Doc, I'd love you to be my neighbor. Won't you be but I would I would not wish that on you and your children and your children's children and their children's children. I would not wish that sort of lifestyle on and heat, and just I would not know. I would not. You'll never see me with a I Love Miami sticker. Let's put it that way.
But maybe 3.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to myself.
No, I wouldn't allow you. I mean, I'd try to convince you.
Florida in general just doesn't seem like a place for like raising family. It seems like a place that you go if you want to do sketch bag shit.
It's a place where you're ultra rich or ultra poor.
Oh, and there you go.
Yeah, but if you're ultra poor,
check one of the boxes.
Well, yeah, and if you're middle, you're always grumpy. That's why they try to run you out off the road when they're driving.
Yeah, see, it's not America is not the place to be middle class anymore, but
nope. You're either poor and happily poor or rich and happily rich. You know?
Well, you can be poor and still be happy.
Nope. If you're gonna go down the route, well, wait, let's see where you go with this. Can you expand on that?
You can't buy happiness.
Nope.
No, but you can buy your way out of misery.
A little bit.
Yeah, you could be miserable sitting in a very comfortable, big ass home with your bills taken care of and still be miserable. You're right. But on the other hand, you're even worse miserable sitting in a little shack where the rain is trickling in, sitting on your couch full of cat hair, and and you hear your neighbors because they're crunched up right next to you screaming because they're having fights all the time, and they're selling cocaine in your front door, and the hookers are pushing up against your windowsills, and dogs are barking and stuff, and still have all the bills to pay and be miserable. Which one would you rather be miserable in?
Yeah, but you know what? When you have all that stuff going on, you're poor. At least you have the distractions of all that stuff going on. When you're rich and all your bills are paid and you got nothing to do, you got nothing to do but sit and think about it. That you got nothing to do.
You guess what? It sounds torturous. I know folks out there that are listening, but you decide. Leave a comment in our page and tell us which one you think, and don't go all like what's the word? Just universal and like what's the word? Cosmic and like philosophical. Just blanket, just straight up. Money unhappy, poor unhappy. The only element that's different there is the financial. I know that Rory is trying to be. See, that's why he's trying to say that. Listen, money doesn't, and you're right, Rory. But I mean, hell, man. Which can of green beans do you grab from the? Those kind of things are difficult.
Just taking just enough that you need.
Why
does it have to be over the top?
I want 20 cans of green beans.
Over the top. Great movie.
When I turn the hat around,
It becomes someone else.
become someone else, like a machine,
Yeah.
like the truck.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Rory. Spiritually speaking.
Let's bring that up. He arm wrestles a dude for the custody of his son in that movie, for what it's worth.
Does he?
I think that's the premise of the movie. Isn't that at that very end? He arm wrestles that guy for the custody of his son.
Why does the other guy want custody of the son?
I don't know, because it was the 80s and we needed to cheer for Sly.
What? So they were betting his son?
I think his son was somehow he had lost custody or whatever, and he was trying to get him back.
Okay.
I don't know
Rory,
what you're talking about.
Rory, the movie is Over the Top, starring Sylvester Stallone. 80s arm wrestling / truck driving movie.
Is it the one where the first scene is inside this like dark warehouse dripping and they're there ready to wrestle and there's people all around and they're sitting like at is it that one?
You want me to screen share? Because we'll probably get flagged.
It's arm wrestling.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, don't screen share it. No, you can screen share a single image.
It doesn't matter if we get flagged. We don't use that recording for anything.
Yeah, and Doc is far from that being an issue necessarily.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh no, we'll have to edit out the audio.
No, why don't you just not? No, because they don't hear it. The people out there don't hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's true. Good
I
job.
would pause it though, just in case. Yeah.
Why are we pausing it?
It's gonna arm wrestle, baby. Good
No,
movie.
So that we don't do this, so that we don't get any issue at all.
Well, yeah, we might lose all our ad revenue.
No, or they could stop us from doing lives.
Hangouts is why we're not monetized.
Okay, play it from beginning to end. Pump up the volume.
I'm asking, not telling.
It's gonna be great audio for the listeners while we watch a movie.
Yeah. All right, folks. Episode I don't know what we're gonna watch. What is it? Sudden Overkill. What is this movie?
Over
called?
the Top.
Over the Top. Yeah, I watched it back then. I thought it was stupid.
You're
Next.
stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Did you ever see the movie with Hugh Jackman where they have fighting robots?
No, that's stupid.
That was kind of like the modern day remake of Over the Top.
You watched all the shitty 80s movies. You never watched Goonies. You never watched Gremlins.
I watched
You watched all the like alternative, like underground stupid movies. What I'm noticing.
What underground stupid movies? Are you calling Over the Top underground stupid movie?
No, I'm attacking Bales.
Oh, just for no reason?
No, for a reason, because he offended me, but I forget what the offense was. But at this point, it's too late, so I'm just going for broke.
I got you.
That kid looks like he's about ready to cry. Like you
know.
Oh, like
Pull up your short shorts and get over here. Oh, you must floss.
Nice mullet.
Don't stop believing. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, there it is. He changed scripts. Over the Top.
Yeah, he was right. That's a terrible movie.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you.
It's awful, but you know what? These things were on, and we've watched them, and they're terribly wonderful.
I
have time in my life invested into this movie. Hours. I probably watched it 3 times, going into 4 now.
Look how upset his friends, the ones that lost.
That was their popsicle money, man.
The overacting sidekicks to the bad guy.
Horrible.
Thank you, Bales. You just confirmed everything. So you just basically reestablished friendship.
There's that scene where he shows up to the big arm wrestling meet, and there's the big dude that he gets at the end, and he's drinking a bottle of 10w-30 motor oil. Like he comes walking by, and you just see him crack the top and throw the motor oil down. And he's like, "Yeah, that's right." It's like, whoa. You can't do that.
Yeah, you probably can.
You think so?
Yeah.
You want to try?
The body's just going to pass it. You know pigs eat dirt, right?
No, you can't. You can't. You're going to get sick, Bales.
I think you'll be all right.
You know what you can do, Bales? You can rub it on your latex freaking suit. That you could do and slide around the floor a little bit.
Ooh.
You could do that with it, but you can't drink it.
Sliding for distance.
He's sliding for distance.
That would
My child just took a swig of motor oil. What should I do?
Yeah, they're fine.
A swig. I'm not talking about a swig. I'm talking the dude drank a quart of motor oil.
Not even a swig, dude.
I'm saying a swig won't kill you.
What does it say, Rory?
Blah blah blah. Hydrocarbons.
Blue stool, diarrhea. He's fine.
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol. He'll be fine by 3
3 years of age.
3 p.m.
And what's he feeling now?
Feeling aspirated. Should go to the ER.
I would vote.
Could have been absorbed through the lungs and start causing you to cough.
Yeah, I would just avoid the motor oil.
I'm not saying that you should.
I just we're
trying to bust myths here of things we saw in movies.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, see, I'm.
Oh man, motor oil can cause defattening of the skin. Defattening is the dissolving of oils and fats in the skin.
Whoa, can you do it externally? Because I could sure use that.
Be like, no, it's cool. Why? I'm on this special diet where
I'm on the 10-30 diet.
I eat Nicaraguan food twice a day, and then I drink a quart of motor oil, and then I spend the next 7 hours violently dying.
Put it on your salad, in your coffee.
Yeah. Could I have the 10w-30 vinaigrette?
Share it with a friend.
They should invent a drink that when you drink it, it goes straight to those fatty tissue areas and just dissolves it, and you pee it or poop it out, and then that's it.
Yeah, but listen, there's nothing in the world that you're going to put in your mouth and eat that is going to make you thin, or drink that is going to make you thin. It doesn't work that way. It is the absence of that maneuver that makes you thin.
And you can't rub something on your belly?
You might be able to. I don't know. I haven't checked into it. Maybe there's could you imagine if they did figure out the easy way around it? Be like, yeah, it turns out it was this all the time. What? Yeah, you just gotta eat it.
Motor oil. The whole time.
Yeah. We've had it right under our nose, and everyone just is like completely skinny.
Dude, there'd be like 10-30 saunas, and like a chubby guy would walk in one end of the sauna and then come out all skinny on the other side.
No, Rory. There'll be McDonald's with the chicken McNuggets, and the dips will be 10-30.
Well, so everything. I like that. There you go. Yeah, Chipotle motor oil.
Yeah, man.
Ranch.
Yeah. Then they come out with their own. There'd be a McDonald's brand motor oil.
Yeah.
It would taste different at the McDonald's than it would if you got it at the store. Like, well, I think it's just a little bit different. It's just not the same.
I if that were a solution.
Talk about drinking motor oil.
We'll call it Fat 40.
People will still buy it.
And transmission oil if you they already have things to make you
sugar-free, fat-free, gluten-free, organically raised motor oil. Artisan.
Hell yeah.
We get like flavored ATF, got raspberry, we got
cinnamon,
cherry, we got watermelon.
Cinnamon.
We got the holiday
this disgusting eggnog.
ATF.
The black and tan.
Hey Bales, have you solved the problem about recording with your V drums?
Nope.
He's been working on it feverishly, as you can see.
You can't record straight out of there, just 2 tracks?
I haven't played drums in months.
Good. Now you'll suck just like the rest of us. Hit it. Eloy, you don't suck. I suck.
No, it doesn't matter.
When's the last time you fluted your flute, Rory?
This morning. I mean, what?
Shucked your corn?
No, not
He's
that.
He's talking about your sax.
Your sax. Your saxophone.
There became a moment in college when I went to the pawn shop and I exchanged my saxophone for some $100 bill.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
All right, so now we have to get you a horn. Where was this information when we were forming this band? This is terrible news.
Do you ever change your tips, Rory?
Reeds?
Hey, I have this guy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, God.
Can you play something on it?
No, I broke it.
Okay, he's an accordion player. This is kind of like a funk polka band now.
I thought it was fun.
Or you can do like that certain kind of mariachi that has the accordion, which I think is a mistake, by the way.
I don't like the accordion in the mariachis. I like the non-accordions.
Don't care for it. Yes, agreed.
Although the accordion is a cool instrument, but it just I don't know.
Does not belong in the mariachi band, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Why are we getting a Bales side view face? What's so intriguing next to you that you're looking sideways?
I decided to kick back my recliner like you do.
He's chilling.
Am I doing that? Am I kicking back?
We always see just the top quarter of your head, and now you're busting my ass about it.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable you changing things up here.
Well, deal with it.
Damn.
Yep.
Ever since you came back from wherever it is you went, you've been slightly
enlightened.
Oh, he's enlightened, he says.
Oh, you're enlightened. So I'd like to know what the story is behind your enlightenment.
Please, the floor is yours.
What's your new thing there, Bales, that you have discovered in your inner self or outer self?
I just don't put up with your shit anymore.
I knew you shouldn't have gone. I knew you shouldn't have gone. I knew it was going to just change you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I thought there was something fun and it was just stupid, so never mind.
Nice job.
Killing it.
So did you see that video that I sent you privately, Bales?
Yeah, I see all those.
You're like difficult all the time.
It was a Brian Forrester video where he was talking about ancient machinery on the Giza Plateau and a couple other sites. Mainly core drills.
Why don't you share it with the rest of us?
In like Abu Simbel and Abu Ghraib.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think you guys. I just went, oh, this is something that Bales, and then I just dropped it into the Bales thing. I'm sorry.
Those core drill holes are everywhere.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Every single temple had those holes, and they were mostly for door hinges or deadbolts. I have pictures of multiple temples where you see them everywhere.
But what does that mean?
They were drilling core holes.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly. But can you take it a step further?
Correctamundo.
I mean, how did they do that? And they show the little, like the burring, into the. It doesn't make sense.
They were using machines.
And exactly, that's screwed up, man.
I don't think so.
Ugh, dude, will you stop? You would make like, let's say you were like the official guy that would do, and people ask you questions. It would be the most horrible trip ever because it's like, it's like, that's what it is. Let's move on. Next trip to the Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm not a guy that says that primitive people didn't have machines. They clearly had machines.
And if they had machines, then they had to have power.
Some form of power, yep.
What do you mean some form of power?
Well, I don't think they had extension cords because I didn't see any outlets.
Well, but could they have had solar power? that's dumb. I
don't know, dude.
Oh my goodness. How the hell would they be able to do the savage cutting that we can barely do? I mean, they would have laughed at Harbor Freight.
Ultrasonic.
No. Now you're talking crazy. Now you're talking
okay.
What do you mean okay?
I just don't think it would leave tool marks if you cut it like that. Like
yes,
if you had the technology, that's where I go with that. If you had like the laser technology or from space or whatever, say you could just use, that vision like Superman and cut it.
Yes. There you go. How about that, Bales?
There's evidence of core drilling. There's evidence of like bandsaw looking marks and evidence of huge circular saw blades. I mean, huge blades, like 8-foot diameter blades.
And they say we can't reproduce that kind of stuff nowadays.
I'm sure we could. We just don't. We don't because
we don't need it. Well, we don't need it. Who's gonna? I mean, we don't need it.
But imagine if the president was like, "We're going to build a pyramid in my honor. It's going to take 600 years. Let's get on that shit."
Then Mexico's going to pay for it.
Yeah, we got all these illegal immigrants. We'll just have them build it.
Here's
We're
the
gonna build a
problem.
wall, and we're gonna make Egypt pay for it.
Here's the problem with this.
I've seen a lot of pyramids. A lot. This is the most excellent pyramid.
You're supposing that you're not going to offend half of our audience. So, Bales, here's the problem with that. Shouldn't the machines be somehow buried under the dust and sand? At the very frickin' least, some evidence, a blade tossed over the side, a bandsaw piece stuck something. They have everything except the machines that built the darn thing.
I don't think so.
You're not going to get your answers here, folks.
Some people think that all the tools are stored in Antarctica. But if that stuff was built before the Ice Age and it was buried under the ice, and then the ice just slowly worked its way across the tundra and it just ground all that stuff, it'd be gone. If all the humans on Earth died tonight, what would remain after 10,000 years?
Everything
not much.
No, wait, whoa.
All cars would be gone. Metals would be gone.
You're saying cars would be gone after 10,000 years?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Not all cars. What if they're stuck inside a plant, inside a building?
Gone.
Bull crap. If you're telling me... so
Mount Rushmore might still be here to be a little eroded. Maybe the nose is missing like the Sphinx.
There'd be some Dirty Smith fireplace door.
Parts of the Hoover Dam might still be around, but I'm sure the concrete will start slacking.
They would be confused with the recesses in the wall and this door that's decorative, and it was made out of metal that we used to think it was a portal to another world when actually it was just our fireplace.
Just a fireplace.
Yeah.
You haven't thought this through as far as the amount. Okay,
cars are not going to last 10,000 years. Way.
Just okay.
Think about it. 10,000 years.
Okay,
10,000.
Okay, guys.
That's 4 zeros, and those are 3.
Guys, I get that, but let me put this out there for you to frickin' shoot down as well. Think of the amount of items in your house, and then think of that citywide, countywide, statewide, country, and worldwide. Just items. And then think of the structures that we live in, and then think of military installations, and think of the steel, and think of things that are stuck inside of things and things and things. If that were to be 10,000 years in the future, I'm sure things would corrupt themselves to the point of vanishing, but many of them would. There would be traces.
How long ago did the Titanic sink? Because it's almost gone. It's deteriorating rapidly.
It's in the water.
What's funny is that my son, my 7-year-old son, is an expert on the Titanic.
Really?
I was
1997. It's fine.
It's a little over 100 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost gone.
It's not almost gone.
It's not going to be here in 10,000 years.
It's
also there's not as much.
water.
But there's not as much stuff. Egypt was probably a lot tighter with they didn't have as many knickknacks.
Okay, so they show pottery. So pottery survive? Bales?
That pottery was all buried under the sand.
Okay, but it survived, yeah? A lot of it?
I don't know. Did it?
You're the frickin' guy that went there.
I can't look at it and tell you if it's ancient or a modern recreation.
So you're saying all that pottery? What I'm saying is that we have things left over in Egypt, and our civilization would not have things left over.
How old is Egypt? The pottery is what, from 5,000 years ago?
Dude, you're the guy that knows. That's why I'm asking you. I don't
This
know.
is definitely going to be like the third question I ask whoever's at the gate when I die. I'll be like, look, this is the shit I need to know.
I'm telling you, if we died now, there wouldn't be much of us left in 10,000 years.
But what would be... Damn it, Bale. You know what? See, I can't... There's no way. I can't ask a question because he won't give me any answer except more unanswerable... whatever you call that crap you just hit.
Rubber tires will decompose naturally in 50 to 80 years.
What the hell are you... Can you just... What would remain is what I'm asking you.
Nothing.
We would have nothing?
Nope.
Nothing. Then
Nope.
why do the Egyptians have stuff? Why can't we?
Megalithic stone. So what does modern man have that we've made out of stone?
How about In Las Vegas, I think they have
Concrete's not the same. Concrete's going to slack and deteriorate.
I thought concrete gets stronger and stronger through time.
No, not the way we make it nowadays.
No.
Planned obsolescence.
You're saying no so liberally. Concrete continues to cure and get stronger and stronger through time.
It gets harder and harder, and like anything that gets harder and harder, eventually it will get brittle.
Okay. I don't completely agree. So basically, folks, if you come here for knowledge of what the hell, keep dreaming, because we're not going to solve it for you. I just it frustrates me because Bales went over there for what then?
This is not an informational podcast, nor is it a political podcast.
And yet, I didn't do carbon dating on all the pottery.
You have a carbon dating app on your phone?
I mean, they were rushing us from site to site. What about
the jeweler's loop?
Sirs, excuse me, I cannot leave the site yet because Eloy would like me to carbon date all these pots.
And he would have said, "Oh, very good. You must get some pottery."
Oh man, they did the accent.
You will get some pottery so that Eloy will know what is in the DNA structure of the pottery.
Egypt, not 7-Eleven.
So they're saying Mount Rushmore will be unrecognizable 7.2 million years from now.
That's a long time.
That's a really long time.
7.2 million? Wow.
So, but that's how about 10,000 like Bales is saying? That's the question.
This is Wikipedia. 100 million years from now, future archaeologists should be able to identify an urban stratum of fossilized great coastal cities, mostly through the remains of underground infrastructure such as building foundations and utility tunnels.
Thank you.
So they'll find our sewer systems and our storm drains, and they'll be like, these were tunnels where they buried their pharaohs.
I see what you're saying. So let's use that as an example. So okay. So
a guy went and took a nap with his hard hat on.
I was having an aha moment here.
We think there's a PB and J.
And you're making a funny. We were having a breakthrough here.
We weren't.
Hard hat naps? I don't think so.
Are you saying then that they'll find our understructures?
Possibly, yeah.
According to the Wikipedia article.
Why is it always possibly?
Because it's Wikipedia.
Oh, shit. I just want a solid discovery.
I think part of the reason that some of the stuff in Egypt is preserved so well is because of the climate.
Okay.
Because it's nice and dry. You start adding all kinds of moisture, stuff's going to break down quicker.
So we would find the equivalent of what we find with Egypt if we were in our society. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think so. Because Florida's all hot and humid. It's all going to rot.
I'm not talking about Florida alone. It could be freaking every.
Okay,
how about
so
Phoenix,
Las Vegas? They'll find the pyramid, the Luxor pyramid,
the Hoover Dam.
You're just saying that so that I see. I just you know what, man. Whatever.
Up where I live, we get rain and snow. Everything's going to be deteriorated.
What else have we made of stone? This is racking my brain now.
Me too.
You have the Black Hills. The stupid crazy horse statue.
I was going to say that statue of Crazy Horse.
You got the huge Devil's Tower that some conspiracy theorists think that's a huge fossilized tree stump from when giants roamed the earth.
Plymouth Rock, the one you showed us the other day.
Yeah, Plymouth Rock is still being
Plymouth Rock. It's Plymouth Pebble.
And their little Roman.
That was the saddest bit of information I've been presented in a long time.
I wanted something like huge and savage, and like this is Plymouth Rock.
I expected it to be on a cliff face, like you would like jump off Plymouth Rock and you would be in the ocean.
Yeah, something like that.
But no, most of the huge monolithic structures in North America were like earthen mounds, or we just freaking destroyed them. We just tore them out. We tore them down.
So you're saying that our huge skyscrapers
gone
in 10,000 years, none of it will exist?
I think it'd be gone.
No, think of New York alone, and we're not talking of gone.
Metal, glass,
water,
just going to deteriorate.
Glass deteriorates. Glass. I mean,
no one's there to take care of it. Wind's going to break windows. Water's going to get in, start rotting things away.
Are animals still alive?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because
Probably.
they
How
Things are
about
gonna
things
start
like
rusting.
cables? See, Bales hasn't. How about things like electrical lines, like the huge wrapped in the rubber, and then you have, or even conduit.
It's going to
And
rot. I'm pulling out wires in a 100-year-old house that are like deteriorating in my hand. The insulation is just crumbling away.
Oh,
and the
I
wires
had
are so brittle they just break.
I had the same problem next door. It had that paper wrapping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then do you have the little new what is it?
Knob
Ceramic
and
knob and whatever.
No, I don't have that, but
I had that in mind.
You guys talking about electricity makes my butt itch.
If you have an itch,
I'll scratch it.
Yeah.
in any event, that's fine. Just another day will go by without us knowing anything whatsoever. No discoveries, no knowledge. We just keep trucking along down the highway. 10,000 years. Ridiculous.
Gone.
No.
Eloy, most of our automobiles are deteriorating before
As
they are
we
taken
speak.
off the road.
Yeah, you're right. Mine is.
I didn't want to bring that up, but much like I knew the Rand Paul sticker was on the back, I have seen some rot.
Well, castles have been around for a while.
Megalithic stone. They're solid stone.
So we should start making things in stone, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Monolithic stone, though. I had to start carving things out of stone.
I hate not knowing. Maybe it's
Like I
good that
said,
we don't.
Third question.
He's not going to answer you.
You don't
He's not
think
gonna
so?
answer you.
I think
No,
you get to. I think you get to watch TV and you get like the ultimate Google. Like that's what I want death to be. Like here it is, man. Just punch it
Here's
up.
all
This
the
is
answers.
it. This is it. And then you get like the otherworldly YouTube where you can hit it and watch it. You can see they show you a whole other angle on the JFK footage, and it's like, son of a bitch, look at that.
But here's a little missing little tidbit, Doc, of what Bales, because Bales is always throwing a kink in the frickin' machine, right? So here's
kinky.
the thing. Here's the thing that Bales is not thought of, or he probably did, but he's not, because he's not going to give us an inch. Literally, folks, he won't give us an inch.
It's true.
Bales also neglected to say that there has to be some sort of catastrophic worldwide event that occurred as well, because if 10,000 years from today occur, there would have to, in order for us to have no connection, there would have to be some sort of worldwide devastation that wiped people away into the Stone Age, for lack of a better word. And then they had to rediscover knowledge and all that. So do we see that in the past? I mean, what's the story with that?
The cataclysm? Yeah, we see it, don't we? Don't they see evidence of huge impacts, asteroidal impacts? And some people say there were huge solar events. SIDA?
Who?
SIDA.
Yeah, this Randall Carlson shit.
Yeah, Randall Carlson, Graham Hancock, Robert Schoch.
I like
Huge
Carlson.
solar flares. You see all the vitrification on the stones in some of the temples. Some of the granite stones look like they melted.
Yeah, I saw that in that thing. So what's the story with that? So if there was an Earth-wide event like that and people had to go, like, let's say, underground or something or other, and then society disappeared, you'd still have some of those structures. But barring a situation like that, 10,000 years from now, our society and our equipment and our things would still advance and still be present and in the memories of people. There would have to occur, for this to be forgotten, some sort of worldwide calamity.
You don't think that's coming?
Oh, goodness, I don't know.
Our sun's dying.
Well, there is, what is it? The law of thermodynamics, the second law, where things as they go on become less organized and depleted and corrupted and break down. So that's,
Entropy.
I guess, yeah. So I guess that's a universal truism, I guess. But it's so far away, right?
We'll be dead, so we don't have to worry about it.
5 billion years
5 billion years what?
until the sun dies.
Any minute now.
And
Any minute now.
wait for it.
It's there it is, kids. I'm gonna quit work tomorrow. Why? Be like, sun's dying, dude. Sorry, I'm out. Here's your van, by the way. I can't do it anymore. Why do I go on? My son's dying.
I'm keeping the work shirt, by the way.
Yeah. At least these have my name on them. They're mine.
Gotta enjoy my golden years.
The concept of that, though, of finite existence and all that in a universal sense or in a solar system sense, or Earth, sense, it's kind of like does leave you to think, well, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? It does it leads me to think, bottom line is, folks, it does give me that thought. And it's not something you could just watch. Oh, you can use the old, well, you just got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, it's like, screw it, y'all. It really is.
It makes me feel insignificant. And it makes me feel like my opinion on the matter is insignificant because you are just but a speck on a speck in a speck, you know what I mean? Ever expanding, ever infinite. So there's some things I can't wrap my head around.
And to add insult to injury, we're just bright enough to contemplate that, but yet not be able to break that sort of like cross into the, oh, wow, okay, that. We're just enough where we can create things to keep ourselves entertained and ponder abstract thoughts and stuff, but not quite over the ridge into, aha, it's all clear now.
It's kind of very close to my belief in God. Yeah, okay. I'm not opposed to it, but at the same time, I don't think I'm smart enough to make that decision.
I definitely believe that we were created, that we have been created by a creator. I definitely believe it. But
you've mentioned that.
Yeah, but
with the definitely's.
Well, that's my thought, because it's unrealistic to me and I get the opposite thought process, but it's unrealistic to me. Our consciousness, or all these things that we can't even define. It's just the whole thing is surreal. All of this that happens in this, it's all so surreal. So yeah, I mean, I think so, but we can't even answer that. Can't do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Monkey brain.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're agreeing with me on the monkey brain? So that means that you agree that's evolution, and mm-hmm. I win. Good night, folks. Scratched.
I totally agree in the fact that we've grown. I don't know if that looks like us sitting on a tree, as monkeys, but I think that we've grown. I don't know.
Monkey brain. Monkey. Yeah, I don't imagine we're smart enough to figure that out. So look at the things that human beings are capable of every day. We're not as highly evolved as we like to think we are. We're just we're just monkeys in clothes.
But for sure, there was a society that built the pyramids, and then there was a society that lived in the area.
Do you think anybody lived in the pyramids? Do you think it was maybe like a high rise? That was the original plan, was they were going to hollow it out afterwards and put in luxury apartments.
We don't need this big space. Let's just condoize it.
Well, if you think about everything as far as from back in that time, after the fact in the ancient world, just after that whole Egyptian time, mm-hmm. When the second at the end, the final years of Egypt being a thing, then you had Alexandria and all its knowledge and books ransacked, because of, I think it was Christian uprisings and political upheavals, and they burned down and destroyed books. And those books might have easily contained, because they would go across the world and they would ask to borrow very, very rare books so they could copy.
They didn't burn it.
Oh, you think it's sitting in the Vatican?
Yep. I was just gonna say that the Pope's got copies of all that.
I think it was a fake fire. They took all the stuff out and then they set ablaze.
Scariest place on earth, by the way, Vatican City.
You think so?
Yep.
I hate when you do shit like that.
I totally do.
Yeah, you hate it too? I know.
No, I totally think that the Vatican has all the documents and it was burned, but it was empty when it was burned.
Strongly agree.
How? Okay, so what's the evidence about that?
I have no evidence.
So it's like a conspiracy in your head.
It's my opinion.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And Doc, why is Vatican City scary?
Because of the amount of information that's in there that you can't have.
So that's why it's scary. You can't have the
You don't think that's scary that they have information that you don't have access to? That much information. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. They've been conquering people back when they did shit like that and just took their shit. Do you know how much information they have?
They have to have a truckload of information.
They have all the information.
There's things you can't get away with there anywhere else on Earth.
All of the information.
Rory just pulled up a pretty badass map of over bird's eye map of, I think, Vatican City.
Yeah, Swiss guards.
Yeah, what's up with that?
See, yeah, Swiss guards, number one country in war profiteering forever and ever and ever. The Swiss, and we guard the Popa.
They're like a country of their own. The Vatican City.
It is. It is its own country.
It's pretty crazy. I'm sure that they have a lot of information. There's no way. And
gold. Anywhere that has gold, any place that has treasure, Eloy, scares me. If you have treasure, that means you were up to some shit. Like, where did you get treasure from?
Do they have an online, like, accessible library that you can look through documents like the Library of Congress?
Incorrect. They have it. It's ours. F you. Love the Pope.
Love the Popa.
Hey, it's the Pope.
It's a Popa.
Imagine the crazy stuff they might have. You know what? That's a conspiracy theory I'm going to go down.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what people say that they might have hiding in there.
Oh, anything.
Oh, look. It's the Colosseum.
The
By the way, shout out to Father Guido Sarducci, who we were doing a bad impression of.
It's the Popa.
It's a Popa pizza.
Maria. Wow.
You guys remember that back in the day on Saturday Night Live when the Pope came to New York and he was doing the spots? That was great. The Pope had lost his wallet.
The Pope lost his wallet.
If you know. The Pope lost his wallet, and then the guy finds the Pope's wallet, and he cons him out of all the money in the wallet. He's like, now, in exchange and a reward for you is we're going to have the Pope's going to say a mass for you. But, for another $35, we can make it a high mask. The priest will wear like a nicer vestment and they'll sing a song a little bit longer for you. What do you think? And the guy gives them the money.
And they have a lot of followers, by the way.
Who, the Pope?
All those people. The
Catholics?
Yeah.
Yeah, scary people. I grew up amongst them.
Rory, when you went to Rome, exactly, yeah?
Yeah, we went there for our honeymoon.
And did you do any? Well, like what little curiosities did you see? Did you do any of like their like ancient artifact, or any of that?
Yeah, we went and saw the Colosseum in Vatican City, and tried to get lost in Rome and find things on accident. Did that a few times, and had a great time.
What was the vibe like in Vatican City? Just normal, or did you feel some sort of wicked vibes, or what?
It was secretive.
If you were going across a bridge, you were getting hustled. Somebody was trying to sell you something somewhere, somehow, some way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you had to constantly keep an eye on your stuff and just kind of be aware of your surroundings, because there are sketchy people walking all through Rome.
Really?
Yeah, Vatican City's clean. Super clean.
Do they have, like, street sweepers?
I don't recall any, but they must.
Yeah, because how do they keep that going? Because they'll toss a beer bottle here any day of the week. Yeah, they don't care. Well, I think that we've answered nothing, and that's pretty typical. But at the same time,
If you come here looking for answers, that's your own fault.
You know, I'm going to search on secrets of the Vatican City myself because now I'm curious.
That's a deep hole, Eloy.
I just want to know what documents that they have that we need, and then we'll send Bales out.
Imagine any document that you wanted to read.
We're like our little university in the movies of Indiana Jones, and we send Bales out as Iowa Bales.
Iowa Bales. Dun, dun, dun.
Recover, lost treasures and information. So if you guys want to fund our next journey in across the world, it'll be Bales and his lady traveling through to exotic places while Rory, Doc, and I sit here at the university and collect the money and organize all that. So
I want to play too.
You want to journey too?
Well, if he gets to be a character, I want to be someone cool.
I want to stay here.
Cover your hat, Indy. Cover your hat. I'll be short round.
I'm okay staying here in America. Bales can have all the adventure, and if Doc wants to go with him, I guess Rory can go to.
Oh, I thought I was going to get my own movie. I didn't think I had to play Indiana Jones.
Oh, spin-off?
Yeah, well, whatever. Just a different character in a different movie. Thought I'd be someone cool too if we were gonna all have cool alter egos.
Okay, Pennsylvania Hildabrant. That's a mouthful.
No. I don't want to be Indiana Jones or an Indiana Jones spinoff. Can it be like Han Solo or Boba Fett?
Oh, great! But we can't send you to space, Doc.
You could be like an Ewok.
We can't send Bales to Egypt either. But it doesn't stop us from talking about it.
Oh, we're gonna fund this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
If you're listening, we're gonna send Bales to Rome. We want to send. This is my call to you guys. We're gonna open up a GoFundMe. We're gonna send Bales and his lady to Rome. We're gonna find the cheap. In fact, you guys that put money up, we promise you today here that he's not gonna fly first class. He'll have a chicken cart on his lap and monkey. He'll be going cargo, but we will get him there. And his hotel room, he'll carry his hotel room in a backpack because it'll be a tent that he pitches at night. But we will send his ass for discovery of information. So send all your donations to GoFundMe, Iowa Bales, Scratched.
I like it.
Yeah, I bet you do. Because you can toss down a little extra money and have an actual real hotel.
So there's no curiosity, Eloy? You don't want to go see the world?
Nope.
Why?
He wants answers. He's just going to stay there and die and not get them.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to set... Did you guys just completely... I'll send you guys out there. You bring back the information. And by the way, maybe Rory or Doc will do better with the pictures and writing captions that are longer than like 3 words. He was like, the Serapeum. Yep. And then the next picture, what was it? A hinge. Yep. No, we want a more detailed explanation.
At least he took pictures I wouldn't have.
Yeah, you did good, Bales. I'm kidding. You really did good.
I took video inside of pyramids. I just have no desire to edit them.
It's like taking pictures of fireworks. No one's ever going to see that shit.